You're not going to get turned away for getting a booster if you're over the age of 18. We have plenty of availability here. I want to be really clear about this. In terms of how long you have to wait to get a booster shot, if you got Pfizer or Moderna, first of all, no matter what age you are, you have to be 6 months after the second dose. So if it's been 6 months since your second dose of either Pfizer or Moderna, you're eligible from a time perspective. If your first dose was Johnson & Johnson, just 2 months later, you're eligible for a booster dose, regardless of age. So that's in terms of the time. Now, in terms of your age, first of all, we strongly recommend that anybody over the age of 65 get a booster. We strongly recommend that anybody over the age of 50 with an underlying condition of any kind get a booster. We also, in addition to strongly recommending those over 50 with an underlying condition and anybody over 65, we also strongly recommend that anybody who got J&J get a booster. And for people who got the J&J, if it's no difference to you one way or the other, I would get a Pfizer or Moderna as your booster. Otherwise, you can stick with your same vaccine. For people, though, who do not have underlying conditions or who are younger than that, boosters are available and recommended for anybody over the age of 18 with any underlying condition or who is working or living or being in a potentially higher risk setting. So I, for example, have encouraged my employees to get a booster if they're 6 months post their Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, for example, because they're coming into work every single day. They're interacting with the public. They're in settings potentially at risk for COVID. And so I have strongly encouraged people to get vaccine. The older you are, the more I encourage it. At 58, maybe you're lucky enough to have absolutely no underlying conditions, but if you are wanting to get a booster shot and you're concerned about gathering risk factors, et cetera, you can get it. You do not need to have a doctor's note. You're not going to get turned away for getting a booster if you're over the age of 18. We're especially pushing for people over 50 with underlying conditions and people over 65, but I am encouraging people. We have plenty of availability here of boosters. You're not taking vaccine away from international opportunities, for example. People who have not gotten a first or second dose always are going to get priority, but right now we're fine in terms of vaccine availability.